Once upon a fine day, a young boy went out to play, but then he happened to find a book of matches. He was taking them out, and then he flicked them about, and then he watched as they burned the grass in patches. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned.
Hi, boys and girls. My name is Captain Lynn. I'm with the Raleigh Fire Department. I'm here with my friends to talk to you about fire safety. Who can tell me what fire safety is? Anybody know what fire safety is? How about to keep you safe from fire, right? Yeah. That's what we're going to talk about today. Have you ever seen a fire, like from matches or a lighter? Have you? What's the stuff that comes up from fire? Smoke. Do you think you can breathe smoke?
No.
Why?
Smoke has stuff that you can't breathe into.
That's right, it has poisons in it, doesn't it? Has your parents ever told you, don't touch that, it's poison, it'll make you sick? Yeah. Same thing with smoke. You cannot breathe the smoke, just like you cannot stick your head underneath water. Have you ever tried to stick your head underneath water and try to breathe underneath water? You can't do it, can you? Same thing with smoke. You can't stick your head in smoke and breathe either because of all the toxins and poisons and heat that's in the smoke. The heat makes the smoke rise up to the ceiling and then come down from the ceiling. How many times, like on TV, you've seen fire and smoke just everywhere? And you can see through it too, couldn't you? But in real smoke, you can't see through it. It's real dark and thick. So, but the heat makes it go up to the ceiling, and it, just like that, and then it builds down from the ceiling. So you always need to stay underneath the smoke because of the heat and also the poisons. So right now, my friends are going to talk to you about crawling low in smoke.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. Have you ever heard the phrase, where there's smoke, there's fire? Well, it's true, and what's more important, smoke can hurt you just as badly as fire can. No, it can't burn you, but it can make it very hard to breathe. That's why it's so important for you to stay very low if ever you are in a building that's on fire. You see, smoke always goes up and leaves a little crawl space near the floor. If you stay down, you can crawl out safely. I have a few friends with me today to help me explain about crawling low in smoke. I want you to pay close attention so you'll know just what to do, okay? Okay, bye now.
Nope, I don't smell any smoke around here. I guess it must be safe. Hi, kids. Don't worry, you don't have to think about having to crawl low in smoke right now. There's no smoke here. My super sniffer says it's all clear. But I hope each of you knows how important it is to crawl under smoke. It could help save your life someday. If you're inside and you see some smoke, stay down, crawl out. Your life's in danger and that's no joke. Stay down, crawl out. Even if you don't see a single flame, breathing lots of smoke hurts you just the same. You must take care cause it's not a game. Stay down, crawl out. It's real important to get down low. Stay down, crawl out, cause that's one place where the smoke can't go. Stay down, crawl out. Crawling low in smoke keeps you feeling great. If you stand or climb, you could suffocate. When you're in smoke, never hesitate. Stay down, crawl out. Remember this when you're in a fire. Stay down, crawl out. If there is smoke and it's getting higher, stay down, crawl out. Crawling low in smoke keeps you feeling great. If you stand or climb, you could suffocate. When you're in smoke, never hesitate. Stay down, crawl out. Even if you don't see a single flame, breathing lots of smoke hurts you just the same. You must take care cause it's not a game. Stay down, crawl out. Stay down, crawl out. Stay down, crawl out. I know you'll all remember to crawl low if you ever get caught in smoke. Well, I'd better be on my way. I'm in charge of smelling today. I mean, sniffing for smoke. Bye now.
So if you're ever caught in smoke, what you going to do? You're going to stay down, crawl out, aren't you? You're going to always stay below the smoke because you don't want to put your nose up in the smoke because you cannot breathe in smoke because of the poisons and also the heat, okay? I've got something in my pocket. See if you can tell me what it is. What is this? What is this? It's a what? It's something like a match, like what? A cigarette lighter, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, what is this? Matches, right? Yeah, these are matches. Now, what can these things do? Make smoke and also fire, can't it? And if it's in the wrong hands, if these things are in the wrong hands, they can make what we call a bad fire, can't it? Like the fires that burn houses down and burn people up. That's a bad fire. Now, a good fire is a fire like to cook with and also to keep warm by. That's a good fire. Like when we cook out, you know, in the summertime, we cook steaks and hamburgers and hot dogs outside. That's a good fire. But the bad fires is when children get hold of these things and set their clothes on fire or set sofas on fire, or they go into their closets and hide in the closets because they think if they hide, nobody will know that they're striking them matches or the lighter. But usually, when they're hiding like that, they set something else on fire. And so, therefore, other people die from that fire. Usually the child that started it, plus people that lives in the house also. So this, see the fire from it? You notice the wheels on this lighter? A lot of little bitty children thinks this is a car. And they take it, and they just go, and they just, you know, go like that and make sparks, and it sets their clothes on fire. Or they go on the sofas or the chairs or the floor, and it can set things on fire that way. Usually the 2, 3, and 4-year-olds do it that way because they don't know any better. They think it's a toy because it's so brightly colored, okay? So you never play with matches or lighters because it will set those bad fires. And another thing to remember, would you play with a chainsaw? No, when we think of a chainsaw, we think of something very, very dangerous, don't we? Same thing with matches and lighters. They're very, very dangerous. See, a chainsaw is a tool, isn't it? A hammer is a tool. What else would be a tool? What?
Nails.
Nails, screwdrivers, pliers, and also matches and lighters. They're tools too because they make fire, okay, the good fires. So you never play with tools. You have to know how to use the tools before you can use them, or you can get hurt. Okay, so you never play with matches and lighters and also tools. So my friend's going to talk to you now about match safety.
Hi, everybody. Have any of you ever found some matches? If you did, I hope you didn't play with them. Did you know that lots of fires are started by kids playing with matches? It's true. And a lot of those fires are ones in which the kids who started it get hurt in some way. Matches aren't toys to play with. They are tools to use with care. Today, we're going to be talking about using matches safely. And I want you all to pay close attention to what my friends have to say. See you later. Bye now.
Well, howdy there, all you little wranglers. I have a story to tell you about a young rascal about your age. It's all about playing with matches and how much trouble he got into because of it. Listen here. Once upon a fine day, a young boy went out to play, but then he happened to find a book of matches. He was taking them out, and then he flicked them about, and then he watched as they burned the grass in patches. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. He was having a real good time and didn't see flames a-climbing. Suddenly they were all around him. First he let out a shout and then tried putting them out. He might have died if the fireman hadn't found him. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. Matches are a toy to play with, boy. Just listen when I say, if you find them, you should give them to someone who's thrown right away. happy to say he learned his lesson that day and quit his messing with matches then forever. Cause that youngin' was me, and now I know you'll agree when I say playing with matches isn't clever. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. You get burned. Matches aren't a toy to play with, boy. Just listen when I say, if you find them, you should give them to someone who's grown right away. Now I'm happy to say I learned my lesson that day and quit my playing with matches then forever. Yes, that youngin' was me, and now I know you'll agree when I say playing with matches isn't clever. Never play with matches. When you play with fire, you get burned. You get burned. Don't play with matches. Don't play with matches. Don't play with matches. All learned a lesson from that story. I know I did. You all be good, and remember, don't play with matches. Adios.
So you don't play with what? Matches or lighters or chainsaws, do you? No, because those things can hurt you, can't they? Now, we were talking about if you play with matches or a lighter, what could it do to you? It could do what? It can burn you, and it can catch your clothes on fire, can't it? Now, if it catches your clothes on fire, what else is burning? What else is burning?
Your fire too.
Well, your house can, but you're burning also, aren't you? Because you're underneath your clothes, aren't you? And if your clothes catch on fire, do you think it's going to hurt? Yeah, it's going to hurt, because if your clothes are on fire and you're on fire, it's going to hurt very bad. So if you look down and you saw your clothes go on fire, what you going to do?
Roll.
You're going to roll, that's right. Well, say, a while ago I was playing with a lighter and I was rolling it on my leg and some sparks came out of it. Say I caught my pants on fire. And let's just pretend there's a swimming pool over to the side there. Could I walk real slow and jump in the swimming pool and put it out? Why not?
Because it'll get on fire.
It'll burn faster? Why? It gives it more air, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, how about if I just run real fast as I can, and go jump in it? Can I do that?
Mm-mm.
Why?
It'll get faster.
Give it more air, right? Even faster. All right, take a deep breath. See, we need air to live, don't we? So does fire. Fire needs air to burn, okay? So if you walk or run anywhere, you can feel the air hitting your face, can't you? Even when you're walking slow, you can feel air hitting your face. So if you walk or run anywhere, it's going to be hitting your face and also hitting the fire, and it's going to be burning faster, okay? And it'll burn up, and it'll burn you up. And what's up? Like our faces are up, aren't they? And if it was to burn your face swells and you won't be able to breathe, okay? So you don't want that to happen, so what you got to do to cover your face? You got to cover it with your hands, don't you? So you have to stop, you drop down to the floor of the ground, and then you cover your face. Cover your faces. Listen, you cover your faces. Your eyes, nose, and mouth. Good. Okay, you cover your faces like that, and then you land flat out, and then you roll on the part that's burning. Okay, if it's the front of you burning, you lay down on your stomach, and you cover your faces, and you roll back and forth, back and forth. Now, if you're burning all the way around, you roll over and back over again, and you keep going over and over again until the fire's out. Okay, because you're kind of smashing it out. You're taking the air away from it is what you're doing. So that's what you want to do. You want to stop, drop down to the floor and ground, cover your face, and roll. So you stop, drop, and roll. So here my friend's going to tell you about stop, drop, and roll.
Hi, kids. I saw a movie last night where a man caught on fire and then ran all around until he burned up. That's the silliest thing I ever saw. Everybody knows that when your clothes catch on fire, running around only makes it worse. The thing to do is stop, drop down to the ground, and roll right onto the flames to smother them. My friends are here with me today to talk about that very thing. And together we're all going to learn how to stop, drop, and roll. Listen close now, 'cause it could save your life someday.
Okay. Drop like this and then roll around. Oh, hi kids. I'm Stan, and I'm practicing what you're supposed to do in case your clothes catch on fire. I guess it'd be kind of hard to stop and think if you caught on fire. But maybe if I practice enough, I won't have to think about it. Maybe it'll just come to me. The important thing is that you're not supposed to run around. You're supposed to stop, drop, and roll. Let me tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Well, listen here, everybody, I got something to say. A lesson everybody should learn. If you're in a fire, better really be cool. Cause if you panic, man, you sure can burn. And if your clothes begin to blaze, don't you lose control. You just stop, drop and roll. That's right, you just stop, drop and roll. I said stop, drop and roll. Don't run, but stop, drop and roll. Yeah, stop, drop and roll. Well, it's all big fire, safety be our goal. You just stop, drop and roll. You understand what I'm saying to you? Well, you know that a fire is a dangerous thing. I'm telling you it isn't a game. When you catch a fire and you run all around, well, don't you know that you just fan the flame? So if your clothes begin to blaze, don't you lose control. You just stop, drop and roll. We're cooking now. You just stop, drop and roll. Don't panic. Stop, drop and roll. Yeah, you gotta stop, drop and roll. Use your head. Stop, drop and roll. That's right. Let's all make fire safe to be our goal. You just stop, drop and roll. Yeah, this is one hot song. And now I'm glad that you took the time to listen today, to hear just what I'm saying to you. I know you'll be safer if you call in a fire, and you will know exactly what to do. Cause if your clothes begin to blaze, you will lose control. You just stop, drop and roll. Now don't forget, you just stop, drop and roll. Yes, I said stop, drop and roll. You've got to stop, drop and roll. Yeah, you just stop, drop and roll. So let's all make fire safe to be our goal. You just stop, drop and roll. Yeah, let's all make fire safe to be our goal. You just stop, drop and roll. Yeah. Well, I guess I'd better be going. I gotta go change my clothes. All this stop, drop, and rolling has really made a mess of them. Bye now.
So what you going to do if your clothes catch on fire? What you going to do? You're going to stop, drop, and roll. You're going to do what?
Stop, drop, and roll.
I can't hear you. What?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, stop, drop, and roll. I've got something I want to show you. Okay, who can tell me what the emergency number is for Raleigh and Wake County? Okay.
911.
911, and that's what this says, doesn't it? 911. Remember, in Raleigh and all the little towns in Wake County, that's the emergency number. It's 911. Now, if you go to another county or maybe to another state, it might not be 911. It might be a phone number with 7 numbers in it, just like your phone number. See, our phone numbers have 7 digits. So does a lot of the emergency numbers. Like the fire department has one number, the rescue squad has another number, the sheriff's department has another number. You have to memorize all these numbers. But here in Raleigh and Wake County, it's 911. Now, when you call the 911 system here in Wake County, the number is being traced out. What that means is, say you wanted to play around with 911, you wanted to see what they say when they answer the phone. You were just curious about it, so you call 911, they answer emergency 911, and you hang up. What do you think is going to happen?
No one call you like that.
Well, will you answer the phone if they call you back? You don't know, do you? I don't know. Well, say you don't answer the phone, what's going to happen then? A police person's going to come out, right? And they're going to check out the call because anybody that calls the emergency number is supposed to be an emergency, isn't it? So they think it's an emergency and that you can't answer the phone. So they're going to come out and check it out. And then if they find out it was you calling and just playing around, they might leave it up to your parents and let them handle it, or they might handle it themselves. So we don't want to play around to see, do we? So, but when it's being traced out, that means when you call into communications, the phone number that you're calling from comes up on a computer screen plus the address that you're calling from. So if you're next door reporting a fire, your address is not coming up on the screen because you're not calling from your house. You're supposed to be calling from a neighbor's house because you don't want to stay in your house, okay? Because there's smoke in your house and we want to get out of it as quickly as possible, don't we? And what else we don't want to do in our house is hide, do we? We never, never want to hide. You always want to get out of your house, even though you're scared and you think you'd be safe underneath your bed or in your closet. You won't be, because smoke will find you no matter where you're at. So you need to get out of your house as quickly as possible, because you have at the most 1 minute to get out once your smoke detector goes out. 1 minute is all you have to get out of your house before you can become a victim of smoke inhalation. And that's what most people die from, is smoke inhalation. So you need to get out of your house, and you wait for your parents to get out, and then you wait right where they tell you. They might say, well, we're going to meet out at a tree, or we're going to meet at a neighbor's front porch, or at the mailbox. So wherever they tell you they want you to meet them at, you wait there for them, and then when they come out, someone will go call the emergency number, okay, and report it, and then the fire companies will come. But don't go off to a friend's house and say, hey, guess what, my house is on fire. Because when your parents get out and they don't see you out there, what are they going to do? Go back inside and look for you, right? Yeah. And so that's how we lose a lot of parents. And we don't want to lose our parents, do we? So you stay right where they tell you. So right now my friend's going to talk to you about reporting a fire.
Well, hello, everybody. Today, my friends and I are here to tell you about reporting fires. An awful lot of people just stand around watching whenever there is an emergency, whether it's a fire, or an accident, or a crime being committed. How do they expect anybody to know there's an emergency if they don't call and tell the proper authorities? I hope none of you will ever be a watcher. I hope you will all call it in, no matter what the problem is. Today, we're talking about fire. If you see a fire, or even something that looks like it might be a fire, like smoke coming out of a window, run to a telephone and call the fire department right away. The operator will be glad to help you if you don't know the number. I have a couple of friends who want to tell you a little more about how important it is to report fires. You listen close now, and I'll see you later. Bye!
That's right. It's not too big yet, but there's a lot of smoke. It's at the corner of Main and 2nd Street. That's right. My name's Arnold. You're welcome. Goodbye. Oh, hi, kids. I'm sorry I'm late. I was just reporting a fire. It's important for us good citizens to help out our fire department by calling in the location of any fire you happen to see. It's easy. I do it whenever I can. Well, I was walking down the street one day when I saw a fire start. I called the firefighters right away. I was only doing my part. Once I was at the local shopping mall when I heard somebody shout. I saw the fire and quickly made a call. Firefighters soon put it out. Call it in, call it in, call it in quick. Just call it in, call it in. Don't wait till it's through. Call it in, call it in, call it in quickly. That's what everybody should do. So if you're walking down the street one day and you see a fire start, then call the firefighters right away. Everybody's doing their part. So if you ever see a fire, don't stand around watching. Call the fire department right away. If you don't know the number, the operator will help you. And remember, never ever call in a false alarm. That could get you in a lot of trouble. Call it in, call it in, call it in quick. Just call it in, call it in. Don't wait till it's through. Well, I hope you'll all remember to do your part. Don't just stand around watching a fire. Call it in. Bye-bye.